Hey lovelies, it's Emma from Doodles of Wiltshire. I hope that you're well. In the video today I'm going to give you a little update on the puppies. They are 10 days old now, and I'm also going to talk through what we do at this age. So from day 3 to day 16 there's some special things that we do just to kind of help the puppies, and I'm going to kind of talk that through with you on this video. But they have had a great first week of life. They've been gaining between sort of 20 and 30 grams a day, which is really, really good. There's none that I'm concerned about. Everyone's weight gain has been brilliant. And I think that like circadian rhythm is starting to kick in. They're certainly having longer periods in the night between feeds as well. So more of the feeding is kind of concentrated to the daytime. But yeah, it's been a great week. Lani's doing fantastic. And yeah, everything has been really, really good. So what is early neurological stimulation and early scent introduction? So these are programs or exercises, I suppose, that feature in various puppy raising kind of guides. They feature in the Badass Breeder that I follow. I believe that they also feature in puppy culture. Essentially, they are exercises that are designed to kind of really help that puppy be the best that it can be as it kind of grows up. So early neurological stimulation, it was developed by someone called Dr. Carmen Batalaga. I don't know if I'm butchering that name, apologies if I am. And it's performed from days 3 to 16. I'm going to demonstrate here what it looks like, in practice in terms of the exercises, but the purpose of it. So it improves the cardiovascular performance, so it improves sort of heart rate. It can strengthen the heartbeats as well. It can create stronger adrenal glands. It can give the puppy more tolerance to stress and a greater resistance to disease. So lots and lots of reasons to do it, really. So that is something that we do every evening, and we combine it really with when we are weighing the puppies. So firstly, you hold them upright for 3 to 5 seconds. And then you have them on their back like this for 3 to 5 seconds. And then upside down like that for 3 to 5 seconds. That's obviously the one that they like the least. And then I rub on each paw. I'm just doing this as a voiceover because the heater in the room was really loud, so the audio is not great. Then I check on their collar as well. And that's an ice pack, and we just place their feet, their back paws and their front paws on that for sort of 3 to 5 seconds. They're obviously not a big fan of that either. But it's just that tiny amount of stress that they then recover from, and that helps them in the long run. So there's me just checking as well on the collar. They're stretchy collars, but I adjust them almost every day, or certainly every other day, to make sure that they're just the right size. This is Little Blossom. She is so adorable. There's some other handling that we do that is put forward by the Badass Breeder, which is really just around sort of stroking them along their back, holding them close to their heart, close to your heart, or close to your face. Something that I think is quite unique with the Badass Breeder is about never putting down a fractious puppy. So and there's some common sense you have to apply to this. You have to sort of look at the context of things, but if you consider that every time you hold a puppy, you are showing that puppy what relationship they should expect between a human and themselves, and so you want that to be a positive relationship. And so if they are sort of fractious and sort of making a lot of noise and movement, etc. Yes, they do want to get back to their mum, and sometimes it is about like soothing them back to their mum. And sometimes over these coming days, it's actually about how you hold them close to your heart so that they can hear your heartbeat, and it settles, and you wait for them to settle. And I think it's quite a sort of special thing that's in the Badass Breeder, of just holding them close to your heart and helping them know that actually humans can be trusted. So it's really a start of that setting that foundation of what they should expect from people and from humans. So there's also something called the early scent introduction. This is also performed from days 3 to 16, and this was developed by someone called Dr. Gail Watkins. So this is where you give the puppy, you expose the puppy to different scents each day. So you hold the smell just near to their nose, obviously not actually touching it, but just near to them, and you just look at what their reaction is. So it might be that they actively engage with the smell, or it might be that there's no reaction whatsoever, or it might be that they actively move away from the smell. Now, by and large, this is something that most benefits dogs that are going to go on to be some kind of therapy dog, diabetic alert dogs, a hunting dog, that kind of thing. But it is good just for general nose awareness and confidence. So it has, you know, some other benefits. And then other things that we did this week. So we trimmed the puppies' toenails, their front toenails, and that was really just so that they don't scratch Lani as they're feeding, which you wouldn't really want. You know, they're surprisingly sharp at this age. They're like little needles, their claws. So what you wouldn't want is for that to kind of scratch Lani and for it to get infected or anything like that. So I haven't trimmed the rear toenails because it's actually very good that they can grip onto the whelping pad when they're nursing, because there is studies that show that hip dysplasia is influenced by, well, one of the factors rather of hip dysplasia is their early environment at this age. So to what extent were they, you know, struggling to kind of grip in this early kind of stage of life. So it's important actually just to keep those toenails like just as they are, just for the time being. Once they're up on all fours in the next week or so, then they can start to be trimmed as well. So I'm just going to introduce each one again to you, and I'm going to just stay off camera myself because I think it helps with the focus. So this is Little Blossom. So isn't she precious? A beautiful, beautiful little mini cockapoo. She is, yeah, so she is solid in colour. We haven't had any eyes open yet, but I do think it's not that far away. I think in the next kind of like couple of days. But that is Blossom. Okay. This is Poppy, green collar. She's a really beautiful colour. You can see her curls coming in. I know, baby. She is really beautiful. Okay, we'll get you back to mummy. Here is Tilly. Very beautiful little girl. She is light blue collar. Here's Charlie. He's a stunner. Him and Poppy are definitely the calmest, just most chill of them all. Just so like zen. Very sweet. He's got a lovely little white mark on his. Okay, so this is Ivy. Here's Ivy. And here is Rosie. She is so sweet. She's lilac collar Rosie. Okay, I'm just going to show you what Lani has for food. So we've got her bowl, got this butcher's. She gets through about one of these tins a day pretty much. So I'm going to put some of that in here. It's a bit dark here, sorry I can't see brilliantly. That. I'm going to put in some, this is just some of her kibble. I've just grabbed it out of the utility room, so it's just, this is puppy kibble. I'll show you the brand in a second. And then she has some cottage cheese, which is good for calcium, keep her milk supply up. So she loves this bit, I think. And then in terms of supplements and things, so she has one of these Oxy Mama. You remember when she was pregnant, she had, so it looks like kind of like this. They're all getting very excited. Only Lani's having it. When she was pregnant, she had the Oxy Mate. This is what they have when they're actually, puppies are born and they're nursing. She has one of those. And then she has some pumpkin powder. This basically just firms up her poos, because when they're licking their puppies, they basically get soft poos. So only put in about half a teaspoon, really, not a huge amount. It can mean that they get very runny poos, and so that helps kind of firm it up. This sunflower lecithin, I can never pronounce it. This is good for avoiding mastitis, basically, which again is a real thing you have to watch out for. So again, I put just about a little teaspoon nearly, and then that is all mixed up. And then this is like delicious Talani. She only gets this supplement just once a day, this big thing, but there's other things she does get in her other meals. And that's it. Lani tucking into it. Lola is just in her crate at the moment, because otherwise she would eat it as well, so that's why she's whining in the background. Well, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. We do still have 2 female spots open on this litter, so if you're interested, I'm going to leave a link below and you can reach out to me. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please do give it a like, and look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks. Bye.